A person's greatness is shaped by their thoughts. This timeless truth has been repeatedly proven through the lives of successful individuals like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. In his classic book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill said, "What you think about, you become." But if that's the case, why do so many people struggle to succeed? Do they not think about their future? Do they fail to see their own potential? In today's story, we'll uncover the answers to these questions and share a powerful lesson. Along the way, we'll also learn some new words to improve our English. So, stick with us until the end. I promise this video will be worth your time. Once, at a bustling railway station, there lived a beggar. Each day, he survived by asking passengers for alms as they waited for their trains. One day, while begging, he noticed a well-dressed businessman stepping onto the platform. Seeing the man's expensive suit and confident demeanor, the beggar thought, "This man must be really wealthy. If I ask him for money, he'll surely give me a generous amount." With that hope in mind, the beggar approached the businessman and stretched out his hand. But instead of handing him money, the businessman looked at him and asked, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was taken aback. He had never been asked such a question before. Confused, the beggar replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing to give." The businessman gave a small smile and said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask for anything either. I'm a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you can offer me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing to give, I cannot give you anything either." With that, the businessman boarded his train and left. The beggar stood there, stunned. The businessman's words replayed in his mind. "I've been begging for so long, but no one has ever said this to me before." The man wasn't rude. He simply spoke the truth. If I can't offer anything in return, then why should anyone give me anything? For the first time, the beggar realized that maybe this was the reason people never gave him much money, because he had nothing to offer in exchange. That night, he lay awake, lost in thought. But what can I give? I'm just a beggar. I have nothing. Yet the businessman's words echoed in his mind, and he couldn't shake them. If you want to receive, you must first give. 2 days passed, and the beggar didn't ask anyone for money. He was too busy thinking. On the third day, while sitting at the station, he noticed a patch of wildflowers blooming near the tracks. Their vibrant colors caught his eye, and suddenly, an idea struck him. What if, instead of just taking, I offer something in return? What if I give people a flower every time they give me alms? Determined, he walked over, carefully picked a handful of flowers, and returned to his usual spot. When someone handed him a coin, he smiled and offered them a flower in return. To his surprise, people accepted the flowers with joy. Some even smiled and thanked him. As the days went by, something incredible happened. More people began giving him money. But the beggar soon noticed a pattern. As long as he had flowers, people gave generously. When he ran out of flowers, the donations dropped off. So it's true. People like to receive something in return, he thought. One day, while handing out flowers in exchange for alms, he spotted the businessman again, sitting on the train. Excited, he rushed over and said, "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I'll give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and took a few flowers. "You've truly understood the value of exchange," the businessman said. "Today, you're no longer just a beggar. You've become a businessman." The train arrived at the next station, and the businessman stepped off. The beggar stood there watching him go. His words sparked a new thought in his mind. Am I really a businessman now? For a long time he pondered over it. Then suddenly, it hit him. I now know the secret of success. I'm not just a beggar. I'm a trader. People aren't giving me money out of pity. They're paying for the flowers I give them. This realization made him excited. This means I have a business. With that thought, he made a bold decision. That day, he left the railway station and never returned as a beggar. 6 months later, at the same railway station, two well-dressed men met. They exchanged a handshake, but one of them had a curious look on his face. "Do I know you?" one man asked. The other smiled and replied, "Yes, we've met twice before, right here on this very train." The first man frowned, trying to remember. Then his eyes widened in surprise. "Wait, you're the beggar, the one I refused to give money to, and then later I bought flowers from you." The former beggar laughed. "Yes, that was me. But today I am no longer a beggar. I run a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it further." The businessman was astonished. "That's incredible. What changed?" The flower seller smiled. "You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We only receive when we give." That day, I realized I was never really a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way. The two men shook hands again, now as equals. Then, they boarded their trains, each heading towards his own future. Life is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you believe you are small, you'll remain small. But if you recognize your inner potential, you can achieve greatness. So don't limit yourself. See yourself as strong, capable, and successful. Because when your thoughts change, your future changes too. If you enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below about what you learned, and share it to inspire others. See you in the next story. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all in the next one video. If you like my channel, like and subscribe.